But you know what the black kid within me would say? Give me my white, blonde hair, red eyes and smooth talking murder machine that is Albert Wesker back. So, what's up? You wanna partake in the video? No? You look surprised. Okay, so here's the take. Going some years back, I was of the opinion that Netflix had to stop cancelling shows before they reached their full potential. I'm talking about truly artistic stuff, like things that were mind-bending, like the OA, a show that had transformed into something quite special by its second season's conclusion. Yet, despite the mind-bending twist, it got cancelled for seemingly no reason. There's also a very cult beloved one that is called Marco Polo, a show that was based on the explorer's time in Kublai Khan's court, filled with political unrest, violent warfare, cultural wonders, also cancelled after 2 seasons. I can go on. We have Jupiter's Legacy, Hemlock Grove, The Chilling Adventure of Sabrina, and do not clown on me on that show was pretty good. The common denominator here, beside the cancellation of course, aside from one that was largely original, the rest were inspired by pre-established narratives, stories that already were there that they either took and made better or added their own flair to it, did a pretty good adaptation of them. Yet they never got a chance to flourish. But now when I look at the streaming service and how it sows within itself a seed of just abysmal shows that just keep on missing the mark, I kind of want it to burn. That was my obligatory "we live in a society" moment right there. For while this is affecting a lot of shows across the board, this manifests worse when it comes to anime and video game adaptations. Enter Resident Evil. It hasn't even been a year. More specifically, I think 7 months, because it dropped last in November, since the Welcome to Raccoon City movie came out. A movie where the smooth talking, curtain hair having, and jean and leather jacket sporting man that is Leon S. Kennedy was turned into a goofball.
What's the Spencer mansion?
And what the fuck are you doing here, Leon?
You said everyone into the briefing room, so here I am.
I didn't mean you moron.
One that looked more like Carlos and acted like Ethan, where they shoved all 3 original Resident Evil games in one movie with a 1 hour and 47-minute time frame, butchering character, stories, and not even acknowledging what makes these games special. And Netflix looked at that and was like, we're gonna make another one. No, let's make a show, multiple episodes. And let's make it worse. The problem is that Resident Evil as a game is original, but as a movie, it's a complete knockoff of other horror films that already done it. Zombies are no longer original to use anymore. Mutated monsters have been done to death. As a game though, it was a wish fulfillment of a sort, that you could live out your horror fantasies, and that's why people liked it. You were in a B-movie with B-movie stuffs going on. It has to be cheesy. The studio might not know it, the director might certainly not know it, but your audience, the gamers who should be your prime target, most certainly knows this. So in a little bit of reflection, they try to entice you with shots of the Spencer Mansion, the police station brought to life. And like in the movie intro, they will have the goal to try to sell you to these characters by just simply name dropping who they are. So it's no surprise that Netflix's attempt at an adaptation that is not animated, looking at you Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, ends up sucking major ass. This feels very much like what would happen if the CW got a shot at making a Resident Evil movie. It all feels so very disconnected. Listen, we already have within the video game industry some sort of Confucius effect here, where things just feels out of touch, like an out-of-body experience.
That's not how Confucianism works.
Listen, I'm trying to make my lame jokes, okay? Just let me do them. But for the video games, at least they have the excuse of saying that Well, this is something entirely us. We don't have a template. Whereas here, all they will have to do would be to copy and paste a plot, change the date on one folder and everything else, and voila. Okay, so as my mom would say before trash talking on someone, because I'm going to trash talk on this show, let me say something nice. I believe that if you're not a fan of Resident Evil, and the show changed that title to something like, I don't know, help me out here, Billy.
Called T-virus.
That's like COVID?
Thank you. It could have been an actual decent show. One about a psycho mom drugging her wife in order to get the perfect relationship, building a company that would take over the world with a billion... no.
$1 trillion drug.
Thank you. Idea of spreading said drug to the rest of the world that after a certain dosage would turn the people into zombies. Sprinkle some by the books, teen, romance and family drama here and there, and it's not half bad. And like the tentacles of a hydra, it'll be pulling people left and right, different audiences, appealing to the masses, and you know that Netflix loves that. And even with the COVID references, they could get the anti-vaxxers on board, like, hail inclusivity. Yet, all that'll be left to do would be to explain how nuking a city and or burning it to a crisp was justified, and how human cloning and rapid aging technology were so far advanced than the making of a mood pill. No, it's dumb. It's extremely dumb. Forget about it. Dumb.
Family.
Okay, so before I get sidetracked again, that would be the plot for the not so familiar to a franchise that gave us fake zombies, boulder punching in volcanoes, and vampire mummy milkers. For those, however, who know the game, you would not like the main plot. Let me explain. The story begins in 2036, 14 years since the end, where survivor Jade wishes her daughter B a happy birthday before she goes on to observe Zeros, aka zombie-like creatures that appear to have no brain functions. Whilst in 2022, Jade alongside her twin sister Billy moved to New Raccoon City, South Africa with the father Albert Wesker.
Oh my god!
Ha. Yeah. No, not yeah. Bruh, this is Albert Wesker.
Why are we still here?
He looks like somebody was trying to dress up for Halloween with a Bad Blade cosplay. Wait, the bad guy, or seemingly bad guy, in Quantum Break who could time travel, can seemingly also travel through dimensions and universes now. Okay. Albert works for Umbrella, a drug company, and his work causes him to be rather distant from his daughter. This arouses the suspicion of one of the girls, making them investigate their labs, resulting in Billy being bitten by a crazed doggo infected with the T-virus. The girls uncover Wesker's involvement, the fact that he is a clone amongst many, and despite him claiming to be protecting them, he's been engineering their blood before birth as a form of anti-autophagic, that is, when your cells are breaking down. But I guess in his case it's happening a lot faster.
Oh my god.
So in the future, the girls are separated. Billy, who was infected, fought off the virus and it turned her evil. Reason? Well, there might be a second season. Jade, on the other hand, searched for a cure for the virus for years, leaving in her wake a lot of bodies, all the while fleeing Umbrella, who believes her to be incremental in creating a brave new world. In the end, Jade is shot by her sister, who takes her daughter as she, much like her mom before her, had her DNA tweaked by her own mother, mind you, and she did that because the girl, I guess, could now control the undead? Jade doesn't die, of course, because female protagonists are invincible, and there's a flashback of her holding a note with Ada Wong's name on it. The end. This is the show, I swear, skipping all of the CW type melodrama. This is basically what you see. There's a scene in this show that I believe by the end of me actually editing this would become a meme on the internet. and it is fucking glorious. For remember the mood pill that I mentioned earlier? Well, the Umbrella Corporations, I don't know why I call them Umbrella Corporation, it's just Umbrella, is developing a mood drug called Joy off the back of an incident that happened in TJ. Turns out that it really messes up with your brain as you start ignoring your loved ones being a dick, or I mean a cunt, as well as treating near mutilation as nothing but a flesh wound. In the show's timeline, that is from 2022 to 36, that is a 14 years time span, these drugs get developed so good in fact that Billy, the baddie now, gets to use it to control other people with the use of an iPad, giving us scenes like these.
No! God!
Let's go.
Yeah, this thing controls the electrodes in her brain and pumps her full of 87 different drugs. Want to see her do a backflip? No.
Some Netflix exec was pitched this idea, looked at it and was like, this whole show is unfortunately following a horrible trend where what you're being sold is not the product itself but the title of the product. It's an 8-hour series of Resident Evil in name only, and I don't know, I really don't know when they will learn that Easter eggs alone,
He died in a volcano. It's okay though, he wasn't very nice.
Zootopia porn and torrenting anime, these are actual things that happen in there, are not what makes a show, and even less a good one. And I just want to clarify that to me it doesn't matter if a show is put in the Resident Evil universe, it's just about making your own story, right? It's fine. I do not desire to have a cookie cutter, something that is a complete carbon copy of what this universe is about. But when you use the characters, give them the justice that they deserve. It's okay to portray to a black kid that you can grow up and become a wonderful psychopathic scientist. It's okay to showcase to a kid that you can grow up having two moms that abuse one another because the relationship don't work. It's okay to showcase to a little girl that you can rise above your bullies, become a great woman with absolute power to try to take over the world and become a total psychopath. But you know what the black kid within me would say? Give me my white, blonde hair, red eyes and smooth talking murder machine that is Albert Wesker back. I never thought that a day would come that I would miss Sean Roberts. What the fuck is he doing nowadays?
The element's surprise. We attack both.
Is the CW again? God damn it. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Hit that like and or subscribe button. Also, go play the games instead. Those have, I believe, better narratives. And also, if that's not the case, just chill, go outside like myself. I'll go out and touch some grass.